Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Moments with Kate, where I talk about skincare, hair care, and wellness. So if that sounds like your sort of thing, make sure you subscribe down below. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about all the different beauty essentials that I love to use as a redhead. There's some unique things that redheads go through, whether it's like really dark circles, redness, things like that. So I'm going to be walking through all the different things that I've discovered over the years that I love to use. There's a few different categories I want to touch on in this video. I think I have about 5. But the first one I want to touch on is makeup. Of course, I'm not going to tell people what makeup to wear, how to wear it, none of that. But I have gone through a lot of different styles over the years, and I found products that are perfect specifically for redheads, so I thought I'd share them with you. The first one is the Glossier Boy Brow. I know a lot of people have heard of it. The writing has smudged off, but it's essentially just a brush with, it looks like mascara, with the pomade, I guess you could say, on it, and you just brush it into your brows and it gives you nice fluffy natural brows, and it works really great. So I've always loved this product, but I've had to buy the brown and the blonde and mix them together in order to make something close to my natural hair to fill in my brows. So that was kind of disappointing and expensive, and recently they came out with an auburn shade. So if you've heard of Boy Brow, if you've tried it and you're waiting for this, it is now out, so definitely check it out. Before Boy Brow, before I heard about it, in university, my trusty one was the NYX eyebrow pencil. It's the micro brow pencil, and it is very specific. It's just a typical pencil, a lot more precise, and it also comes with a brush to brush through your brows. So if you don't want the fluffy brows, if you want something a bit more precise, this is also a great one to come back to, and that's the one I'm wearing today. As far as other makeup goes, it's honestly just for preference. I do like to wear brown mascara sometimes, but generally I stick to black mascara. A lot of beauty experts say redheads should wear a lot of purples, greens, and grays. Wear whatever color you feel like. I like to do like a nude eyeshadow look, so it honestly just depends on what you like, but those are 2 eyebrow products that I love, and it looks so much nicer when your brows actually match your hair color, so I'm very happy with that. Moving into dark circles. So the thing about redheads is we're typically pale, and the skin around our eyes is thinner and more translucent, and so you can really see the dark circles through our skin much more easier, believe it or not. And so there is a few beauty products that I've discovered that I've loved to help combat those dark circles. One thing to note about dark circles though is they can either be hereditary or caused by a specific thing, whether that's diet, lack of sleep, things like that. But if it's hereditary, you can only really fix that through filler or minor surgery, so just keep that in mind. I personally have hereditary dark circles. I've had them since I was a kid, and so there's a few things I can do to help minimize the look, but having them gone forever, not realistic, and that's okay. As long as you know that, then that's totally fine. There is still solutions. I have 3 products to share for dark circles. The first one being just a nice classic eye mask. Eye creams and eye masks get a lot of gripe just because they say they're overpriced moisturizers, but I disagree. They can be really fantastic, specifically targeted creams for your eyes. This one specifically is the Versed Emergency Eye Mask, and the reason I like this one a lot is it has caffeine in it, and that's normally what I look for in a skin or an eye cream is caffeine, because what it does is it reduces the puffiness around the eyes. It says, some studies say that it also reduces dark circles, but I haven't noticed that. It just really reduces the puffiness, which can help reduce the appearance of dark circles. So if you can't find Versed, if you don't want to buy that one, there's also the Ordinary caffeine solution and the Inky List, all very great affordable alternatives that I love a lot. First Aid Beauty came out with a really neat eye cream called the Niacinamide Brightening Cream. And this is interesting because niacinamide can brighten the skin. It has a lot of benefits, and also this cream has a tint to it and some shimmer to really reflect any lighting under the eyes. A salmon tone really helps battle the purpley tone, so that's something to look for as well. I'm still trying to figure it out. I will swatch it on my hand just to show you how bright it is, because it is really interesting and kind of tricky to work with. Here's my hand. Might be a bit too bright, but you can kind of see like it's intense. It's not as hard with this lighting, but you can imagine if you go outside and it's like your face is pretty matte and then under your eyes it's just glitter. So it's a tricky one, but a lot of people love it, so I'm still working on how I can figure out how to use it properly. Lastly, for the dark circles portion, I have the Instant Age Rewind Corrector from Maybelline. Maybelline? Maybelline? I think it's Maybelline. Wow, it doesn't say. Oh yes, it does. It's just tiny right there. Yes, so this is great. I think a lot of people know it. It's been around for a long time. I used to use it in high school, and it's just been a great go-to under eye concealer. I think you can use it all around, but it has a really nice fuzzy tip that'll help you blend it in, so you don't even really need a brush or a sponge. But it's fantastic because it comes in a fair bit of shade ranges, including a salmon tone. So if you're very, very pale, or you wanted to mix in a pinky tone into your other shade, that's an option as well. And it's just been a really good go-to concealer, and it really covers up the dark circles. So I have it on today. You can still see a bit of dark circles on me, but it's really lightweight and I forget I'm wearing it, which is really important for me. Next, I'm going to be moving on to what seems like an obvious beauty one, but it was so overlooked for me when I was younger, and I definitely regret it now, but I'm glad I'm back on track. And that is sunscreen. So when I was in public school, high school, even university, I didn't really see the importance because I had friends that were beautifully tanned and I wanted to keep up with them, and I would put on SPF 7 to kind of protect me a bit but also get me a lot of like freckles and tan, and that obviously didn't work out for me. I got horrible burns. It was really dangerous. I will never go back to that. And also I got like a lot of premature wrinkling as well. Like I have really bad forehead wrinkles for my age and things like that. So definitely never going back, and I have a few sunscreen recommendations to share. My tried and true sunscreen for a while now has been the Purito Centella sunscreen. It's SPF 50, and I've gone through about 3 of these so far. I wear it every morning. It just feels like moisturizer, which I like. There's no strong smell. There's virtually no smell at all. It really does feel like just another layer of moisturizer. So if you have more combo to oily skin, you can skip moisturizer and put this on. But if you have drier skin, that would be your final step. And it is just so easy, so fantastic. You really, really don't feel like you're wearing sunscreen, and that's what I want out of a sunscreen. And so currently they're going through a drama of whether it's actually SPF 15 or 50, so they're going through some lab tests right now. But either way, I just wanted to say it is a great sunscreen regardless. And that's definitely not my only sunscreen. As you can see, I have a whole collection of open to sunscreens right now. I also have about 5 that aren't open yet, but I really have them for a lot of different occasions. Lip balms, spray-ons, all different things after sun. So it's really quite important for me to have this as a really forefront step in my skincare routine, because already I've seen fantastic results and I'm really saving my skin, thank God. 2 more categories I want to go through, and the next one is vitamin C. Vitamin C is actually really great to pair with sunscreen. It really boosts the efficacy of it, and it's just like the dream team combo. And the reason why I wanted to talk about it for redheads is because vitamin C is a tricky thing where, yes, it has amazing benefits, such as brightening the skin and just really like giving it a reset almost. But the thing is freckles are so beautiful. I've learned to love my freckles, and freckles look fantastic on so many different people, and so it's hard because if you love your freckles as well, vitamin C can really lighten and almost take them away, so you have to be careful. For me, a lot of my freckles have gone away these past few years because I've used strong vitamin C's and a lot of sunscreen, and because of quarantine I haven't been outside, so I'll show you my my face. Yes, I have a bit of makeup on, but normally you can see my freckles. Just compared to my arm, it's a little different, so it is too bad how much have gone away. But I just wanted to say, if you pick a vitamin C, make sure it's the strength that you desire. If you want to keep your freckles, just be cognizant of that. Look for something a bit more brightening than the dark reducing benefits. So a few that I really like, the first one, which is my favorite, is the Truth Serum. And this one is great because it smells good. A lot of them don't smell good. If you don't like fragrance, don't do this one, but it does smell very nice. And it's a complex of different vitamin C's, so it's getting multiple benefits. And I found that it brightened my skin, but it didn't strip away my freckles, which I really enjoyed. Another great alternative is The Ordinary's ascorbic acid. It's 8%, and then it also has alpha-arbutin at 2%. And this one's super affordable for vitamin C. It'll last relatively long. You just have to keep it in a dark, cold place, or else it'll expire quickly if not. But this one's also great. It's easy, it's carefree, and it's not too strong, which is nice. Okay, last but definitely not least, I'm going to be talking about anti-redness. For redhead, I'm getting red all the time. I get red for whatever reason you can think of. If it's actually going to the gym, getting overheated, if it's getting mad, if it's getting nervous, if it's getting scared, if it's getting happy, I'm just getting red all the time. And I do get I do have sensitive skin, so I get red from just putting on products too. So I wanted to share some of my favorite anti-redness products. The first one's from Purito, and it's similar to the sunscreen I mentioned because it also has centella in it. This is one of the serums that has the highest centella that I have ever found. I think it is 49%, so that is quite insane. It's not like centella leaf juice or anything like that. It is the pure extract, and so this is fantastic for calming my skin. Any redness, whether from dryness, irritation, or even breakouts, it really just brings it back and really evens out your skin tone without doing anything funky. It's just very calming. Then I have this color correcting cream from Dr. Jart. It's their Tiger Grass line, and this is a green tone to it, and that perfectly evens out any redness on the face. I only have this mini right now, but I have a full size on the right way because I love it so much. All I do is I take a bit and I just sort of pat it all over my face, and it really, really hides any of the redness. So I think it does help long term with calming down the skin, but for me, this is just like, I gotta get ready to go somewhere, my face is really red. I either want to cancel it out before I put on makeup or just put this on, and it works both ways. So it's not necessarily for me to be like, oh, I want to treat long term, it's more so just to cover. The last anti-redness product that I want to talk about is more so an ingredient, and that is honey. Honey does such a great job with nourishing the skin and really calming things down. It's a really good hydrator, and so any redness, any tightness, any irritation, it just comes in and soothes it. So the pharmacy has been a fantastic skincare line for me this year. They have honey in almost everything, and I've loved them for that. Also, one mask that has worked wonders is the honey mask from I'm From. And this one, it has a 38% honey in it, and then a lot of different other amazing ingredients as well. And so I just put this on, and because it's so nourishing, it's not like a clay mask where it dries out. I will put this on for an hour, and that's perfectly fine. And so I'll put it on, I'll do my regular skincare routine after, and I'll wake up and my redness is down so much. It's amazing results. So that's everything. Those are the 5 main categories of beauty secrets, beauty tips that I have for redheads. Hopefully you found that helpful. If you're not a redhead, there's still great tips, so hopefully you still found that helpful, but that's everything I have to offer today, and I hope to see you in my next video. See ya.